on the head.
Yo, 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 what is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. It's your boy, ACS, and we got a few things to talk about this week. Obviously, when it comes to the Dream, they get, I feel like, a very important early regular season win. Talk a little about the Braves. They keep getting to 500, staying at 500, dropping below, going over. It's a thing. Georgia baseball, I need to check up on those scores. They got a game that started at 5 o'clock today. All that and more on Georgia Sports Central, only on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. We're going to take a quick break and be back in a second.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
What is up, y'all? What's good? What's good? Welcome back once again to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. It's your boy ACS, man. And how y'all doing out there? Let me get a couple things up like I do to start the show off. I'll be digging this background music, man. Not the music I would have picked, but the StreamYard has this little platform you use has some stuff. Probably might be changing it soon, so who knows? some changes might be going on around here. What's good, Taryn? Appreciate you, man. Good evening. Say it's IE Sports Radio. Indeed, it is. Jess, what's good? Have a great show. I appreciate you. Appreciate the love. So real quick, man, around here at IE Sports Radio, it's the 10-year anniversary, or 11-year anniversary of IE Sports Radio. I've only been around for less than a year, so I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to have been invited into this family of sports fans and these great shows that air on this YouTube channel and over the Twitter airwaves. So very happy to be here. And 11 years, man, that is a long time. I personally have been sort of doing content creation like YouTube videos since like 2017. I have my own YouTube channel. I always try to bring that up here. I always forget. Here's some other places that you can find me. Obviously, if you're just listening to this, you can't see it, but there's my X 2279 ACS _ on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Vero. You can find me at 2279 ACS, PlayStation Network, ACS 1977, and on YouTube, just youtube.com. The ACS Universe or Instant Replay 706, which is my other it's another sports show I do because it's just straight football, that'll be back sometime in September for season 7, which is insane. But yeah, 11 years, man, that's a lot. And so shouts out to everybody involved with this thing. Again, I'm happy to have been brought on board and given the opportunity to talk about Georgia sports that I love. Most teams. Wow, I keep it most teams. That I love and get to do it for at least once a week. I know I have a very busy schedule, and it's I always make sure there's time for this, right? So we'll see what happens. I know there's some things going on behind the scenes that I'm sure that the fans and listeners will be made aware of at some point in time. But yeah, happy 11-year anniversary, man. And with that, sort of there's when you're a Georgia sports fan, whether it's professional sports, collegiate, it's been rough out there. I mean, not lately, but it had been rough for a long time. Georgia's always going to be a decently good football team. They're playing the SEC. They get good recruiting. They got good coaches and shit. But then there's always Alabama, and there's always these other schools, LSU, who from time to time happens to have a fucking powerhouse team. Excuse my language. And just the way it is, man. Professional sports, the Falcons, the closest they got. We all know what it was, which is why they try to clown Belichick and his girlfriend in their scheduled release video, which we're going to talk about in just a bit. But yeah, so Georgia sports, man, it's as of late, depending on your fan allegiance, I'll say that. I mean, obviously, if you're talking about baseball, there's only one. There's only one for the state of Georgia, baby. It's some Atlanta Braves, man. If you're rooting for another one, you're probably from out of state or you're just another fan. But as far as there is no decisions to make when you're growing up in Georgia and you like baseball, right? Yeah, there's only one. But obviously with college, there's Georgia Tech, there's Georgia, there's a lot. So it's to think of a defining sports moment for me, it's got to go back to the Natty, man, against Bama. I'm never going to forget that. I know I recently showed a clip on this show of the interception that sort of sealed the game, the Bryce Young pick. He threw a pick to seal the game, and that's it, man. That's it for me. I mean, and there's a lot of fans in this state that feel the same way when it comes to, like, if you're going to talk about a defining sports moment, man, because the second one against TCU, come on, man. That was the obliteration. I count that as a natty, and it was good to see them win by that much in the dominance, and it was one of those games that I just could not turn it off or turn away from it, no matter how many times Georgia scored. And then there's the Braves, man, in 2021, man. Beating the Astros World Series, hadn't won one in a long time. That sticks out. But, man, I'm telling you, the drought, bro. The Georgia hadn't won a national title since 1980, right? And then you come back in here in when was it? 2022, 2021. And you win a national title against your bitter rival, no less. That is a defining moment that I'll never forget, and I'm sure Georgia fans are never going to forget. That entire game, it was up, down, back and forth. We had this 8-point lead, and Alabama needed to score on that drive, and Bryce Young threw it ball, kind of sailed a little bit, and Ringo picked it off. And we all know what happened after that. Kirby jumping up, yelling, get down, and sort of him not getting down, said, nah, bro, I'm taking this to the house. And indeed he did, and that sealed it. So, yeah, you talk about defining moment, man. Georgia finally beating Bama for a natty, no less. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I just wanted to say that. Happy 11-year anniversary to the team, to everybody involved with this thing that we do. And I enjoy it, man. Glad to be a part of it. So, yeah, happy anniversary, 11 years, IE Sports Radio, man. Let's jump on into some stuff. Let's jump to the Dream, man. Let's talk about the Atlanta Dream. All right, 2 games into the season. They are 1 1/3 in the East, 1 game back of Washington with a 91-90 win over the Fever last night. Watched that game before I went to work. It was a great game, man. Great game. I think when you're talking about with the Fever, the missed free throws, we had some missed free throws too, but we just so happened to not miss as many as they did in clutch time moments. Obviously, the game went down. The Fever catch the lead, or they tied the game up. We went down the court, got 2 free throws, executed both of them to give us a 91-90 lead, and then of course there was a block right there at the end, sort of when Caitlin Clark inbounded the ball, that they were, to try to attempt to get the lead on us and win that game in the final seconds. They didn't get it. We got the rebound and sort of ran the clock out, and so they look good, man. They look good. Let me take a look at some of these stats real quick when you're talking about the Dream. And they're, again, 2 games in. Caitlin Clark had 20-something points, dude. She was balling, right? Points game leaders, Brittany Griner, 21 points. She missed a couple of really close lay-in type deals, man. I'm like, she'll get those. I mean, obviously, she's a veteran in this game. So, couple missed ones, couple of close ones that I thought could have, if they had bounced in the game, wouldn't have been as close, and there wouldn't have been as much of a chance for the Fever to sort of get back into that thing right there at the end, because we have the lead pretty much. A matter of fact, when the Fever got the lead with like less than a minute left in the game, that's the first lead they had since the first quarter. Rebounds. Hold on, let me find this right quick. Here we go. That is not exactly what I was looking for. Apologies. Scores. All right, here we go. Brianna Jones. Where's she at? All right, Brianna Jones, 19 points, obviously led the team in rebounds in that particular game, 13. Brittany Griner, Jones leading the team in rebounds is wild, seeing how tall Brittany Griner is. But anyway, Brittany Griner, obviously 21 points, 16 for Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, 23 points for the rookie, Pop Howe from UCLA. Okay, so wait. Bench points. She had a couple points off the bench. You're talking about the Indiana Fever. Obviously, with their point scoring right there, Caitlin Clark led the way for them. 24 for Kelsey Mitchell, 24 for Leah Boston. Like I said, man, they kept it close. There was a couple runs there, and then Atlanta would go up and get like 6 quick points off of some nice penetration move to the basket and things of that nature. And then they stuck it out. Look, this is the Fever are one of the teams that for the W in general, they're like number 2 in as far as like the preseason, who's going to win the title thing, right? And they were number 2 in those, right behind the defending champs in New York, and so I think they were behind Liberty. It might have been the Aces, but I can't remember. Anyway, they were right up there close to the top. The Fever were, right, and so like you have a chance to take a game as important as that. I feel it's important, because of how short the W season is, and how often these teams play each other, and how there's not that many teams in the league, right? Right. So let's take a look at the power rankings thus far. WNBA power rankings. This came out last week. This is without the dub that the Dream just got. Let's see, they're a completely predictable team at the top of the okay. Minnesota Lynx are preseason ranking number 2. They're at 1. Let's see. New York Liberty, obviously, they won the title last year. Got to put on that jewelry the other night. And Indiana Fever, ranked number 3 in the power rankings as far as the Fever controlled their 93-58 victory Saturday over Chicago pretty much from the start. Let's see. Washington Mystics, 2-0. Preseason ranking there at number 4. Phoenix Mercury at 5. Los Angeles Sparks at 6. They got Kelsey Plum. Obviously, she had a great debut for them. Las Vegas Aces at 7. Okay, down. Seattle Storm at 8. Atlanta Dream at 9, Dallas Wings at 10, 11 is the Connecticut Sun, and 12 is the Chicago Sky, 13 is the Golden State Valkyries. So out of all the teams right there, you see it, the Dream coming in number 9. The Dream scored 90 points in their opener Friday, a total they reached just 3 times last season as the WNBA's lowest scoring team. However, they gave up 94 in the loss to Washington. Atlanta now has back-to-back games against Indiana, a difficult offense to keep up with. Obviously, we've gotten through one of those games and again scored 90. So again, 90 points, they say they reached it just 3 times last season. They've already hit it twice in the first 2 games, and then the second one caught that dub against the Fever. All right, so yeah, man, that's the Dream, man. They're doing pretty good. Next game, let's see. Next game is tomorrow night, the home opener versus the Fever. I wish I could be there. That's probably gonna be a nice atmosphere. Probably gonna be nice and packed up in there, considering you got stars all around, man. Stars from our own team, and then of course, I'm pretty sure wherever Caitlin Clark and her compadres, whatever they travel, they tend to sell out arenas just because people like to watch fire basketball players as I do myself. So. Real quick, I'll before I move on, I am going to drop a couple lines when it comes to. I do realize that the Hawks are not in this thing. Okay, I got that. But out of the 4 teams left, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man. I'm a root for the Knicks, man. It's been a while for the Knicks. Ain't got nothing. I know it's an Eastern Conference rival for your boy, but the rest of these teams out here are I mean, the Pacers be around all the time too, and I know OKC is an absolutely incredible team. As is the Minnesota Timberwolves. One thing I say about Timberwolves, though, no hate, no disrespect. Ant is a legendary talent, but they literally Steph didn't play in that series last time, so I think it might have turned out differently. You might be seeing Golden State versus them, so versus OKC. But shit happens, injuries happen, and so now you got that. So I mean, OKC obviously took the big league last night, and I know this is sort of out of my realm, but just to speak on NBA talk about, I'd like to see the Knicks. It'd be nice to see the Knicks win old title, man. It'd be cool, man. It'd be cool. I'm sure Pacers fans are like, hey, what about us? As an Eastern Conference guy, I've really never been a Pacers fan. No hate, no disrespect. They're playing fucking great basketball right now. It's gonna be hard for the Knicks, right? The Pacers are nice, but I just hadn't been, no, I don't often root for, the Pacers. So let's see real quick. Other things, one quick I wanted to shout out to the University of Georgia tennis team, the women's tennis team, national champs this year. Your Georgia Bulldogs are 2025 NCAA D1 women's tennis national champions. Georgia be winning a lot of national titles, y'all. I mean, not just tennis and like football and stuff like that, but there's golf. There's the volleyball. I mean, the teams just be winning. We got good stuff. So, man, shouts out to the women's tennis team for University of Georgia. They are national champions right there. National title. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Real quick, we'll move on to some Atlanta United news. Again, it's real rough for the boys. Let me see. Let me get my sorry, I'm in a little bit of shambles right now. Atlanta United 2-5 and 7, 14th in Major League Soccer, 1-1 tie with Austin a week ago, and a 1-0 loss to Philly this past weekend. So basically, they played last Wednesday night, and then they played this past Saturday, and there's 0 victories. Got a tie, and then we lost. Next game is Sunday at 7 p.m. at Cincinnati. Again, I'll pull up the power rankings. I only pulled this up just to see where the United fall. I looked at it earlier, and it's we way down here. Obviously, you look at the top of the power rankings. You got Vancouver, Philadelphia Union, Minnesota United, Columbus Crew, teams like that who are playing really good soccer right now. But you get down here to let's see where we at. Oh man, Atlanta United ranked number 26 in the power rankings. Previously ranked 26, so we didn't move. I mean, I feel like we probably should have maybe down some more. Oh, the teams behind us, they're not doing too good. Hey, yo, what's good, Ralph? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But when it comes to the United, they Detroit ranked 26. They were 26 last week. I don't know. This season, I'm not going to call any season a wash. I'm sure there's going to be lessons learned here, especially if the season keeps going in the direction it's going. There's going to be some lessons learned here for our old United boys. That is for sure. So, next game Sunday at 7 p.m. in Cincinnati. Let me check and see what Cincinnati right. What's Cincinnati? Where they at? Let's see. Yeah, I don't even see them on here. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Let me go back to this. Cincinnati in the power rankings. They might be Minnesota, Columbus, Crews. Oh, Cincinnati is ranked 5 in the power rankings, so we might get clapped up this week. Just saying, y'all. Just saying. All right, y'all. Let's get up on these Falcons, man. Let's go to the Atlanta Falcons right now. Let's talk some football. Obviously, there's a lot going on. I seen today where the attempt to get the tush push eradicated did not go well. I don't think. I think that the vote went down. So there's we have the tush push for at least another year. It's crazy that they say some of the teams like Buffalo, who actually performs the tush push or attempts it in games, that they even were like, yo, get rid of the tush push, bro. Like, damn, man. So we'll see. Obviously, it is what it is. If you're not a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you absolutely hate the play. It does. It's very boring. And I also have been one who have watched sports for such a long time that thinks that there should be no play that is absolutely guaranteed, right? There shouldn't be a play that can be ran in sports history. Even extra points aren't guaranteed. You know what I mean? So there shouldn't be a play. And although I think what kept it around is that it's not exactly guaranteed when it comes to that, because they've ran it. I can't remember how many times they ran it in the past 3 seasons, but they having like an 86% success rate. So it's not guaranteed, but it's as close as you can get. So I for one am not a fan of the play, and it has nothing to do with anything. It's just I don't like it. Give me something else, man. If every time you get to where you're inches apart, you're just gonna line up and do that, then what's the point of the defense even getting down in the stance, bro? For the 15% chance that they might stop it, nah. I get it. In other words, I get it when it comes to trying to get the tush push out of here. I get it as an opposing team fan. You know what I'm talking about, to the Eagles. I get it 1,000%. Anyway, let's move on to some Falcons news. Really nothing much here. But look, quick news real quick. Ulbrich lodged the Falcons support after his son's prank. Obviously, I talked about that a few weeks ago, where his son played a draft day prank on like a couple of cats, including Shedeur Sanders. And Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich said he never felt as if his job was in jeopardy after the leak of Shedeur Sanders' phone number and subsequent prank call from Ulbrich's son during the NFL draft last month. In all honesty, I never went there, but I felt nothing but support from the organization in every single way. From the people that worked the line in the cafeteria to owner Altabek himself, all of them, Ulbrich said Wednesday, I felt great support from him. It was one of the biggest reasons, in all honesty, that I came back here, because of the organization, when I think of this building. Ulbrich for 6 years of Falcons and then went to the Jets or whatever, and then had, spent a piece of last season as the head coach of the Jets. Last month, Ulbrich couldn't have been more excited about the Falcons' defensive haul in the draft. But we all know what happened. The Falcons got fined $250,000. Ulbrich himself $100,000, and looks like they're trying to move past this. Hopefully, Ulbrich, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about anybody else's parenting. That my son do that stuff. Put them on. Put the gloves on, bro. Let's go. Let's see how funny you think that is. That is not that. I'm pretty sure there was some discipline there for Ulbrich and his son. I'm not going to talk about way parents should discipline their kids. That's not my lane. I just know what I would have been doing, and it's not a joke. That is not that. What he did. I mean, dude, that's $100,000 he had to come out of pocket, bro. $100,000. The kid wouldn't get an allowance for 17 years. All right. Anyway, let's get back. Let's see. All right, let's see. A couple more things. Falcons, they won't get cute with roles for Walker and Pierce, the 2 rookies. Atlanta Falcons coach Raheem Morris was at the podium last fall at the team's practice facility in Flowery Branch. Like many of Morris's news conferences, the topic of the team's pass rush came up. They had struggled. Really, you need 2 guys, is what he said. In the draft last month, the Falcons went out and almost followed Morris's viewpoint to a T. They drafted 2 edge rushers in the first round, Jalen Walker and Tennessee's James Pierce. On paper, it was an excellent first round. It says the question remained, though, how the Falcons plan on using Walker and Pierce and how that ties in with returning edge rushers like Arnold Ebiketie and Braylon Trice and free agent signee Leonard Floyd. Ebiketie began to break out at the end of last season with 5 sacks in the last 6 games. So Trice, a top college pass rusher, missed his entire rookie season with a torn ACL. The simple answer to that question, according to defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, is that the Falcons aren't going to get too cute with Walker and Pierce, at least not right away. Walker brings a lot of versatility. He played mostly off the ball last season at Georgia, but Ulbrich envisions them both strictly as edge rushers right off the bat. So Falcons might have a nasty defensive line this year, right? I mean, I don't know, the Ebiketie and Trice. So Ebiketie began to break out 5 sacks in the last 6 games. They just got Floyd from the 49ers. and they just got these two rookies. They could have a nasty pass rush, bro. It could be. You know what I'm saying? I can't say because we haven't seen anything yet, but it might be nasty, bro. It might be nasty. We've seen if you have a nasty pass rush, like you just anytime the Kansas City Chiefs have collapsed in any Super Bowl playoff, any kind of games over the past 5 or 6 years is because the other team's pass rush is just insane. That's it. It's just a pass rush. Anything else, and that just shows you that's what these teams, that's what you need. If you can throw a person like Patrick Mahomes off of his game for just a little bit, you have a chance to beat them, right? We've seen that happen. So Falcons. Hey, man, let's see what it looks like. I'm very curious to see what it looks like. All right, man. Let's get to this, man. Atlanta Falcons schedule 2025. I did enjoy the Falcons schedule release. They did a little video. It was Mario Kart. It was pretty entertaining. I did like to see that. All right, the Atlanta Falcons 2025 schedule was released along with the rest of the NFL slate Wednesday. All right, after being in primetime just twice from 2021 to 2023, the Falcons have 5 more primetime games. They're going to be out there, y'all. The Michael Penix Jr. area at quarterback will be getting plenty of attention. That nighttime slate is highlighted by a Monday night football matchup with the AFC power Buffalo Bills at home in Week 6 in a critical NFC South divisional matchup at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. That's what, hey, man, if the NFL can keep the Thursday night games to those interdivision games, that's fire, dude. Because you get some really good ones, man. You get some really good ones. So, because I remember the Thursday night games used to be a joke, but if you make them where they're all, division games, then you're talking about doing some stuff. So, now Falcons will also play internationally for the second time in 3 seasons, going to Berlin. All right, here we go. Week 1, September 7th, open the season against Tampa Bay Buccaneers, division rivals. Early game that's very, very important. I don't give a damn what you might think about early games. Any division game early in the season is important. It's especially when you're talking about a division like the NFC South, who they have this. I don't know. The NFC South is very competitive in my personal opinion. Even though the Panthers, Saints, they might be taking a step back, still competitive. They still always get each other at least one time a season, doesn't it feel like? So. Very important. September 7th, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Week 2, September 14th at the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a good one, man. That's going to be a good one. Get to see Penix go up against the other rookie in the class that got drafted last year, McCarthy, right? See what's going popping there if McCarthy is indeed the starter at that point, which I think he will be. And week 3, September 21st at Carolina Panthers, second division game of the season at Carolina. I feel as though Carolina is going to be vastly improved. I thought they showed a lot of improvement last year. I thought Bryce Young, everybody wanted to clown. They should have took C.J. Stroud. I have always kept to Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud are just as good as each other. C.J. Stroud went to a better team than Bryce Young did. I think Bryce Young was not what happened to him when he first got to Carolina was kind of not fair to the way that he was played and things like that. He's probably shouldn't have been playing right off rip. Anyway, I think he is vastly improved, so I do not expect the Panthers aren't going to be easy this year. I put it like that. At September 28th versus the Washington. Now, all of these times, I guess, unless it's the night games, are to be determined. September 28th against the Commanders. What is that? September 28th. Yep, that's a Sunday. September 28th is a Sunday. So, yeah, so it's probably going to be a 4:00 game. I would think so. I mean, Penix versus damn it, how the hell did I just figure his name? I'm tripping. I'll remember in a second. Anyway, Washington Commanders bye week is week 5. That sucks. Another team that I happen to champion has a bye week of week 5. I do not like the early bye week. I do not like it. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this has ever been proposed. The NFL should just take a 2-week break right in the middle of the season. Everybody gets to bye at the same time. How about that? Especially if you're talking about adding another game, just do that. Yeah, no, the teams know 2 byes. You just take a 2-week break in the middle of the season. Just do that. 2 weeks off. No games or nothing like that, and just call it the whatever you want to call it in the middle of the season. That would be 9 games, 2-week break, 9 games. Then you don't have to worry about all of these early. Dude, the early bye sucks, dude. Especially with that many games. 17 games, bro. You got a week 5 after just 4 games. Come back, play the 13 straight, man. All right, so week 6, Monday Night Football, as I was just talking about, they have versus the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills coming to A-Town, right? Coming to the ATL. That's gonna be a hot ticket, I bet. I bet that. And then October 19th, and the very next week at San Francisco 49ers, Sunday Night Football. That's gonna be a good one. I believe Minnesota or Miami Dolphins, October 26th, November 2nd at the New England Patriots, which is it's going to be a good game, man. Colts in Berlin, like I just mentioned, at November 9th. November 16th, they've had their second game of the season versus the Panthers. Wait. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what they've done here. Okay, and then got the Panthers again on November 16th. Like I said, New Orleans Saints, their first game against the Saints, their big-time rival, will not be until November 23rd, last sort of quarter of this or the half of the season, right? And play them twice. At November 30th at the New York Jets, Ulbrich gets to go back to New York, right? And they get to do whatever they're going to do when it comes to that. December 7th versus the Seattle Seahawks in Atlanta. Nice. Yeah, it might be a good one, man. Good one. Thursday Night Football, December 11th at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Second game against the Bucs of the season. Probably, again, these late division games, man, I as much as I think the Falcons are nice, I do not see them being that far ahead where they don't, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna need all these games. They're gonna need all these games. And then December 21st at Arizona Cardinals. And then the final, Los Angeles Rams, December 29th. The Rams are coming for Monday Night Football again in Atlanta. Damn, Atlanta got 2 Monday Night Football games at home this season. That's crazy. So, yeah, they got the Rams at home. Obviously, you know, the game stayed pretty competitive until the end of last season because of the way that everything was structured with the playoffs and trying to get the number one seed and one team gets it per conference and things of that nature. So, and then the last game of the season is against the Saints. It says the date for Week 18 is to be determined. Obviously, you know what that means if you're a football fan. If the Saints or the Falcons are both like not competitive teams this season, they will move that game and put another game in its place so that they're not going to say the date for Week 18 yet until they figure out like the games that they really going to want on prime time, right? Like there are some games. Matter of fact, the Saints and Falcons could come down to that game to decide that the NFC South. I doubt it because I think the Saints are going to take a little bit of a step back this year, but it could be, and in which case that game will get moved to something, to a better spot. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick break, y'all, and we'll be back in just a minute. Y'all check out the sponsors right quick, and you have been watching Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Dentarius Locke.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That give you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
Cleveland and Columbus sports fans, I've got the show for you. I'm Jen B, host of the Show of the Land right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. You want football? I've got the Browns, the Buckeyes, the Eagles, the Purple Raiders, and more for you. You want basketball? I've got the Cavs and the Charge for you. You want hockey? I've got the Blue Jackets and the Monsters for you. You want football, aka soccer? I've got the Crew and the Crunch for you. You want volleyball? I'm going to unleash the fury for you. You want more Cleveland and Columbus sports? I've got them all for you, from the majors to the minors to the college rinks. Catch me, Jen B, every week on the Show of the Land right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sport.
All right, what's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central, only on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. It's your boy ACS, and let's move on to some Braves, y'all. Let's talk some Braves now. Braves, man, y'all know I was. it's the struggles this season thus far. The 0-7 start, the back and forths. They're still at 500 right now. Obviously, the game today got postponed. In Washington, I guess it's rain, or I don't know what the hell happened up there, but tomorrow they'll be reconvening at 6:45 p.m. I don't know when they're going to replay that game. Maybe they'll double head that thing tomorrow if the weather's good. I don't know. But yeah, third in the NL East, 6 games back of Philly. Last game, 5-3 loss to the Nationals, as you can see, a couple home runs right there. Talk about the series this weekend. Obviously, I watched every game that I could. Boston got us in the middle, but we did win the series on a 10-4 victory on Sunday. Now, Friday's game, I was back and forth. Excuse me. Against Boston. So good bats was swinging pretty good. But in the 10-4, obviously, you got a couple home runs later. Ozuna, like, one home run, like, to make it 10-4 to sort of close that game out against the Nationals, or against the Red Sox. Now, Red Sox will be coming to Atlanta at the end of this month in like a week, and then so they'll come to try to get their revenge on the Braves right now. Let's see. Look at the MLB power rankings, like I do, just to see where the Braves is falling right now. At number 1, obviously, you got the Los Angeles Dodgers. At number 2, you got the New York Mets. At number 3 in the power rankings, you got the Detroit Tigers. San Diego Padres at 4, who will be in Atlanta on Friday, so that we might can get a little bit of revenge. We remember you Padres. Remember you San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Gave us that 0-4 start. We got you, man. Let's see what happens. I ain't gonna talk too much trash. We might get clapped up. All right, so San Diego Padres at 4. The New York Yankees are at 5. The Philadelphia Phillies, who lead the NL East right now, are at number 6. The Chicago Cubs are at number 7. San Francisco Giants at number 8. Seattle Mariners at 9, and the Cleveland Guardians at 10. Diamondbacks at 11. Let's see where the Braves are. Braves at number 14, man. Previous rank at 14, hadn't really moved up. After starting 0-7, the Braves reached 500 for the first time with Tuesday's 5-2 win over the Nationals. The Braves went 7-3 over a 10-game stretch, with 3 of those wins coming in walk-off fashion and another coming in extra innings. Rookie catcher Drake Baldwin, who is absolutely fire, y'all, continues to sizzle at the plate, going 3 for 4 on Tuesday with a home run and double to raise his line to 329, 382, 557. After starting the season 1 for 18, Tuesday's big game capped a 20-game stretch where he hit 423 with 4 home runs. So, yes, Braves, man, hadn't moved up since last week. I mean, obviously, when you got back and forth shit on your schedule, that's exactly what's going to happen. But some news, it said the Braves have the best record in the National League dating back to April 19th. These kind of records is kind of always odd to me when sports do this. I'm like, yo, it's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm going to pull it up. But it said the Braves' best record since April 19th is Brian Snitker and Wise Sherpa leading Atlanta. I don't know about that. So that remains to be seen. These boys got to get some consistency out there. Best records in the National League since April 19th. The Braves 18-10, the Cardinals 17-10, the Phillies 16-10, the Cubs 15-10, the Mets 16-11, the Giants 15-12. that just looks like the Braves played more games than anybody did since then. That's what it is, right? So anyway, that's good. It's good to see. I'm still not a big fan of just pulling stats of random dates. Yo, when did they? Oh, let's just pick April 19th and see who has the best rate. It's kind of here and there, but that is cool to see though. I mean, that's moving in the right direction if you're talking about when it comes to the Braves. So see upcoming games, like I said, coming up for the Braves right now. Like we talked about, the game against postponed tonight. Let's see. Yeah, Wednesday, May 21st, postponed, and Thursday, May 22nd, we got Washington again at 6:45. Like I said, I don't know when they're going to make up that game. It is possible. I mean, I don't know if they ruled out a D head for tomorrow, man. But I mean, I don't know. 6:45 for Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man. Got them Padres coming to town, bro. And then we travel to Philly. Oh, that's going to be another series, 6:45, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be watching very closely. Hopefully not hate watching, but, it is what it is. Go Braves. Let's get back here real quick. Full team stats, okay? Check the stats real quick before we move on. Austin Riley leading the team in batting average with 283. Matt Olson is taking over the home run slot from Austin Riley, as he has 10 home runs on the season. RBIs, Austin Riley with 28. Marcell Ozuna batting is .416, leading the team in hits, 56. Austin Riley, one of them home runs from Olson. He hit two of them against the Sox this weekend, man, and they both were some dingers. So, hey, man, it is what it is. The Ozzy Albies having a rough go of it this season. But average 225, you know what I'm saying? So, we'll see. We'll see. Michael Harris, the second, average 224. A little bit rough for Harris. Got a couple home runs out there. Expanded batting stats, all splits. Okay, let's go. This pitching. Obviously, Strider went in the game yesterday, gave up some runs. His first game back, basically, because he came back one game, lost, injured the hammy, had to leave, take some more time off. And then the first game back yesterday, gave up some runs. We lost that game 5-3. So, I'm pretty sure he'll be improved his next out. His next time out there on the mound. Okay, so wins, Spencer Schwellenbach with 3 leads the team. ERA 3.52. Spencer Chris Sale has the most strikeouts with 72. Iglesias with 8 saves, and Dylan Lee with 8 holds. All right. So again, Braves, man, Braves. Yo, let's see if we can. Let's string together some stuff, Brave. Let's string together some stuff. All right, let's do that. All right, let's move on real quick. It's staying on the sport of baseball. Let's move to Georgia, man. Talk about some college baseball in the house, right? Georgia, obviously, they're getting prepared for the SEC championship. And let me see something real quick, because I think pull up these rankings. I'm thinking, let's see. I got a lot here for Georgia. Apologies, man. Apologies. What is this here? It might be too damn much. Trying to get something. When it comes to college baseball, there's so many different rankings, man. There's USA Today, and there's Baseball America, and there's Perfect Game, and there's, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just a lot. And I always like to see, just take a look at all of them just to judge where the teams are that I cover when you talk about Georgia and Georgia Tech in this thing. Okay, that's wrong. Again, I apologize, y'all. I'm just trying to get this up here. All right, the University of Georgia baseball team, obviously, doing pretty good this season. I mean, obviously, they run some of the Texas series is still one that gets me, man. Went to Texas, man. We had a head of steam ahead of us. Let's go. And then we get down there and lose all the games. Get clapped up by Texas. So, all right. So, Georgia ended the regular season 42-14, 18-12 SEC. Let's get down here to see what let's see, is that game on right now? It's the SEC tournament, May 21st, 5:30. So I guess it started. I'm gonna see what happened. Anyway, let's go back to this past weekend series. Obviously, we had the Texas A&M to close out the season and close out SEC play. We won the series, went 2-1 against them, 10-6 on Friday, 10-6, beat them 10-6, and then lost 0-6 on Saturday, and then Sunday closed out the series with a 7-5 win. against Texas A&M. So Georgia, sometimes they're ranked 4th, sometimes they're ranked 10th, sometimes they're all over the place. And I those rankings, just like I said, there's several different rankings when it comes to them. But again, they led the nation in the regular season with 130 home runs, which is insane. They talked to the SEC opener, Oklahoma. So let me see what I can find. All right, D1 baseball top 25. Obviously on this one, Georgia is at number 10. And Georgia Tech is at number 16. We'll get to Tech in a minute. I'll leave that one up there for that reason. This is the perfect game college baseball top 25. All right, let's move on. Georgia at number 4. Came in on this one behind LSU, Oregon, North Carolina. They're at number 4. And let's see, Georgia Tech's at number 18. They jump back in the rankings. We'll talk about them in just a second. This is the Baseball America College Baseball 25 top 25 rankings. LSU 1, North Carolina 2, Georgia at number 3 in these rankings. And Arkansas is at 4. And let's go down here and see if our good hated rivals from across the state are in this ranking as well. So Georgia Tech at number 19 on the Baseball America rankings. And the USA Today Baseball Coaches Poll has Georgia at number 8. And let's see, Georgia Tech at number 16. So that's how the rankings go. Again, like I said, all over the place, right? I don't understand why when it comes to college football, there's like one. There's one. And then they get to college baseball and there's 1,000. So different rankings. So again, you saw Georgia all over the top 10. And who knows? I'm trying to figure. I got to see something real quick. Let's see. Georgia baseball's ranking entering SEC tournament. That's not what I'm trying to find out right now. Y'all bear with me just a second, man, because I need to find out if the game actually played today, man. I seen it. Let's see, baseball scores, Southeastern Conference. Let's see. If it's got it on here, I apologize, y'all, for not having this in set, but it's all right. So yes, top of the fourth. Georgia right now is live playing against Oklahoma. The score is 1-0 Georgia. Let's see. Yep. So that game is currently going on right now. Cool. Found it. All right, so that's Georgia baseball, man. Again, look, they just have to put together some consistency here. A lot of the series that they have, they win the series, but there's the middle game they get blanked like they did Saturday against Texas Oklahoma, where the bats were so hot Friday, and then they were just ice cold on Saturday before getting a little heated on Sunday again to wrap the series up, but that's not going to do it, man, against these. You're playing the SEC, man. And of course, let's see, where is it at right here? The gauntlet of the SEC baseball tournament and what to know going in. You're talking about there was the seeds of Constantinople, 17 in Philadelphia, and then there was a national. And now we have the SEC baseball tournament of 2025. Okay, so everybody in the SEC is ranked, I think, and when it comes to baseball, right? So let's see. The field that begins play Tuesday morning includes the nation's top 2 teams, LSU and Texas, 3 of the top 5, Arkansas, 6 of the top 10, Auburn, Vanderbilt, Georgia, and 10 of the top 25, Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Alabama. The past 5 men's College World Series champions, also 4 of the past 5 runners-up. A whopping 8 of Kylie McDaniel's top 30 MLB first-year draft prospects will be in Hoover this weekend to play in the SEC tournament, like in Alabama. So, this is all-star type shit. I'm sure there's going to be tons of scouts to watch that. But again, there's no time. Georgia, your time is that you can't go in and you got to go run through this entire table, because right after the SEC tournament is what? The College World Series, in which case you really can't be fucking around with that, right? Excuse my language. Sorry about that. Anyhow, let's pull it. So you got Georgia's ranked right there. Obviously, they're playing against Oklahoma right now. I'll keep that up. All right, y'all, let's talk about some Georgia Tech baseball, man. Yo, they out here, like I said, they jumped back into the rankings. They got themselves back into the top 25 with some impressive wins I'm going to talk about here in just a second. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So, basically, they're on a 1-game win streak. They won the series against Duke, lost that middle game, and they're acting like Georgia with that one. 39-16 overall record, 19-11 in the ACC, 26-9 at home, at 13-6 away when it comes to Georgia Tech. All right, let's go down. All right, so they play against – wait, did they play this game? See, this is confusing with this stuff. Anyway, the last series they had against Duke this past weekend, they lost the game 14-4. got clapped up in 7 innings. Obviously, the run rule. They won the first game 7-6, and they won the final game 8-2. So they won the series. Regular season ACC champs is what ended up happening here. The Tech baseball wins ACC regular season champs. They're the number 1 seed in the ACC tournament right now. Let's see. Georgia Tech head coach Danny Hall post game after the Jackets clinched the regular season ACC title. So again, 39-16, 19-11 ACC came out on top in a tight ACC race that saw 6 teams win at least 17 conference games, earning its first regular season championship since it tied for first place in 2011. All right. This was the 10th regular season title in program history, 87, 93, 97, 2000, 2004, 2005, and now 2025. That's like 20 years. Division titles in 2011, 2019, 2021. The Jackets are tied with North Carolina for the second most regular season title since Danny Hall took over. So, yeah, shouts out, man. Georgia Tech, who, again, I need to take a look because they're supposed to be playing Cal. It says 3 p.m., and there's no score here. So, let me do this. Let me check real quick. Let me check. Let's see. Yeah, my apologies. I was. That's the same thing, ain't it? Yeah. No, D1 baseball schedule to take. Yeah, I don't know if it's kind of. Let's see if this is it. Let's see if I can find it right here. Again, apologies. The times when I was getting notes together for the show, the times were so varied on the games. I didn't know if anybody was actually really playing. Let's see. Atlantic Coast Conference, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Are they playing right now? Is what I'm trying to find out. Let's see. No, they're not. Okay, so the last game is showing against Duke this way. Okay, so by next weekend I should have the scores and stuff. It's so I don't understand like how they do this thing when they're changing stuff up. Let's see if it's on here, if I can find something out on this. It's so weird, you go to places for like scores like ESPN and things of that nature, and like college sports, if it's not basketball or football, they're like wrapped just into a subcategory called college sports, and then you have to go in there and just like try to find stuff. But Forever Yellow Jacket, Danny Hall. Let's see. Georgia Tech gearing up for greatness. Okay. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. I got you. ACC quarterfinals versus Cal tomorrow at 3 p.m. I apologize. I should have Tech's thing up here when I'm talking about Tech. But yeah, again, ACC quarterfinals, Georgia Tech versus Cal tomorrow, 3 p.m. So yeah, there we go. Finally found it. Because see, on this one thing I was looking at again, it says that Georgia Tech is supposed to play today. So also, 7 Jackets received postseason ACC honors, man. Let's go through this list. First of all, Danny Hall is ACC Coach of the Year, coach for the Georgia Tech. Okay. Alex Hernandez becomes the 7th Yellow Jacket to win Freshman of the Year, joining Georgia Tech legends Drew Burris, Matt Wieters, Micah Owings, Mark Teixeira, Nomar Garcia-Parra, and Jason. Damn, I didn't know Garcia-Parra went to Georgia Tech. That's crazy. And Jason Veritek. Freshman of the Year, Alex Hernandez. All ACC first team, Drew Burris and Alex Hernandez for Georgia Tech. All right, all ACC second team, Kyle Ladice, Vaughn Lackey, and Mason Patel. All ACC second team. And all ACC third team is Brady Jones going in. And all ACC all freshman team, Caleb Daniel, Alex Hernandez. And so those are some of the postseason ACC awards that Georgia Tech, some of the players have taken home some hardware for. Again, Danny Hall named ACC Coach of the Year, has been with the Yellow Jackets forever. And so good things to see. And again, they start their ACC tournament, tomorrow, 3 p.m. versus Cal. And again, you're looking for Georgia Tech, who had completely fallen out of the rankings last week. They were not in any of these top 25s at all, have jumped up, I guess, winning the ACC, coming in first place, get you some points, right? So Georgia Tech's up to number 16 in the D1 baseball. In the perfect game rankings, let's see, Georgia Tech is number 18. Again, they didn't move up because they weren't ranked last week. At number 19 in the Baseball America rankings, you got Georgia Tech falling in right there. Previous ranking, again, they weren't ranked. Again, this is good shit to see to them. They sort of jumped this because they were literally not ranked anywhere last week. And so winning your conference does some things for you. All right, they're number 16 in the USA Today coaches poll, right? So there's that. Some college baseball for you guys. Let's see, get that down. Let's That's going to be the SEC championship. Again, the ACC baseball championship. The bracket is as follows. Let's see if I can get this right. Cal, obviously, Georgia Tech got their bye, so they'll be playing Cal in the quarterfinals. And then NC, Thursday, Friday, May 22nd. So that's what that is. And then you got NC State also there, Florida State, North Carolina, waiting to see who they're going to play as well. All right, so that's what's coming up soon when it comes to college baseball. The Yellow Jackets are the national champs. So let's refresh this, see if I can get this score on Georgia's changed at all. Yeah, still 1-0 Georgia over Oklahoma in the SEC tournament. All right, so let's go back here. Where are we at? So that's pretty much it, y'all. That's pretty much the show this week, man. Let me check on a couple things before I bounce to make sure that let's see. Take a look at the UGA softball team, right? Georgia softball. Check out these women. See where they at right now. Schedule, go here. Georgia Sports. 34-21 overall. Let's see where they at, where they got, who they bouncing up against. Obviously, they had a rough go of it this season. The Lady Bulldogs did, for sure. Not a lot of dubs there. NCAA regional, they beat Eastern Carolina, beat Duke. Actually won the series against Duke. NCAA Super Regional, I think they're already in the world, the college, the baseball, softball World Series. I think so. So NCAA Super Regional, the Lady Bulldogs will play against Florida Friday at 11 a.m. See what happens with there. They got a 3-game series. The game 3, if necessary. Obviously, it's 2-game elimination when you're talking about softball in the World Series. Women's College World Series starts May 29th through June 6th. So when it comes to NCAA Super Regional, to see if the Georgia can even get in that thing is what this is for, honestly. And real quick, I know that. Let's see. Open this. Check out on Georgia Tech softball schedule. Mercer versus Georgia Tech Saturday, May 17th. Lost 7-3. So 27-24 overall for Georgia Tech's women Lady Jackets. And it doesn't look like they're doing any postseason play for those guys, right? So just wanted to make sure I was out shouting out, and obviously, just to wrap this thing up, and just remember that there's sort of a there's sort of a big time game early in the season that was last night against the Fever Dream. The Dream went to Indianapolis, and so they come back full circle tomorrow, and the Fever will come to Atlanta to play them. So a back-to-back sort of game rematch and what have you. And so, apologies, y'all. Knock that out. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Much love to everybody who watches the show, support. And once again, happy 11th anniversary to IE Sports Radio. It's great to be a part of this team. Great to be a part of the channel and everything. And appreciate y'all, man. See y'all next week for Georgia Sports Central, only on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. See y'all later, man. ACS out.